Hello there. So, I guess the title of this live stream sparked your interest. Okay, very early, just realized something's going on with my ear. Um, but hopefully you can hear me. I'm going to wait a little bit until more people join the live stream because it is earlier than usual for me, and that's why I should be sponsored. Hello Ian, Uncle Bob, Tony, Seeks, Andrew, all the usual suspects are here. Oh, Ian and hello there. So, yes. First, I'm going to tell you where I am. Then I'm going to tell you where I've been. Then I'm going to tell you why. Then I'm going to tell you why I'm going to curse, and then I'm going to curse. And then I will be Zen-like and calm inside. Okay, lots of people here. No, not yet any word on my novels being translated, being published, I should say, into English. Okay. I am in my office. I am back in Norway again. And I must say, I am glad that I live in Norway. I've been in Germany. I've been in Germany for 4 days. 4 days, yes. And lots of nice people. Lots of nice people. Yeah, I'm not going to talk. That's not the topic of this live stream. So I am now actually starting, after this live stream, I'm starting writing the fourth novel in the Jomsviking series. In a way, I have started already because I have many notes. I've started writing in my head. So I've been touring, and it's been. Oh, thank you, Ian. So I'm after this live stream. I'm actually starting to write the first word, and it will go on until it's finished. So there is no. I don't have a break. Like if it's like driving a car without any brakes. So that's starting now in after this live stream. So yeah, I have been in Germany and I've been talking about my novels. The first of the Jomsviking novels have been published there. The first print, is that what they call it? The first print have already been sold out. So, and they're saying it's a great success. So I'm very glad. I was also in the Netherlands before that, and just a quick visit to the museum, Fries Museum there, and yeah. But I must say I am honored and humbled by the fact that so many people showed up at readings and the talks, and I think we sold out all the books that were there are normally books at the that I sign after the talk, after the reading, and on all occasions except one, we sold out in Germany. We sold out all the books. Um, so yeah, lots of people, uh, and everyone was nice, so nice, except one, and I'm going to talk about that. Um, and it's when I sign books, I I do realize and I take into account that even though I only have like a few seconds on each signing, it's a very special moment for that person. And it's a special moment for me as well, because I have, there's this relationship. It's quite intimate actually, and so I try to always respect that, and I will look the reader in the eyes. I will ask for who is the book for, and I will write to and that name and sign it, and I will thank them. And that's sincerely. That's I don't just say that. I really mean that. So if there are anyone on this live stream who live in a country where my books are published and who has bought one of my novels, I want to thank you for that. So on the last evening, that was was it yesterday? No, yesterday I was traveling to get back home. So the day before yesterday. So the day before yesterday. Now let's see. Anyone else froze? I think we're okay here. No comments right now, so I hope we don't have an issue here. Not frozen. Answers Andrew. All good. Working good. Yeah. Well, I'll just keep going. Okay. So at the last evening, and these sessions in Germany are very unusual to me. They are very long, like from 1 hour to 90 minutes. That's a long time. In Norway it's normally like 10 minutes. So, and the moderator said, thank you for showing up, and you can buy the books, and the author will sign. And I had my pen, and people were getting the books from the table there, and from the stand where they had the books. But there was this elderly woman who came up to where I sat, who just kind of she was very rude, just standing there in front of the people who all had a book, and I knew, okay, so I'm going to sign the books. She had no book. And she was a little, very old woman who spoke in very broken English. Now, I won't get into details on what she said, but I would like to say that what I do is quite demanding. It's demanding work. I need to check the facts. I need to learn new stuff all the time. And I can't keep everything in my head. I mean, there are thousands of details. So I can't keep everything in my head, all the knowledge at all times. It's impossible. I don't think she had read my books, but the reading was quite long, and I don't know German, so I'm not exactly sure which parts of the first novel that was read, because there was a reading and they had a German reader who read out loud for a few minutes. And she started accusing me of being absolutely wrong on a very crucial fact, which, if I was wrong, if I had been wrong, it would have meant, uh, you know, that it would have been too much to correct. You know, if you make one detail wrong, sometimes you can go back, and so in the next sprint you will have it corrected, right? But this was like, it would have been, I would have had to rewrite the whole novel. And no, I will actually not talk about the detail, because it's I'm mentally finished with it now, you know. And also, as Andrew says, no spoilers. Yeah, that, so but it was so frustrating, and to be honest, it ruined the whole night for me. And normally the publisher will get those people away so they don't mess with the mind of the author, but the woman from the publishing company in Germany, she was not there. She was not there exactly at that moment. So I just said to her, I know what I'm about, so please move along. And eventually she did, but that, you know, from that on, that night was ruined for me. And to be honest, it was ruined. I was so frustrated, and you know, it's a novel, so I can, you know, kind of, sometimes what's the word, deviate from the historical facts. I know I do, and I want to do it some places, because it is a novel. I'm writing novels. I'm not writing non-fiction. I'm writing fiction. But I want to know when I do it. I want to know everything, basically. So okay, so I checked it once back at the hotel, and I woke up this night. That's yes, I actually think she was a witch from the deep forests there. Yeah, and I woke up very early. Now it's in the middle of the night now, and now let's see. No, I didn't give her that pleasure of knowing that she upset my evening. No, I don't think she's on YouTube, but in a way, I hope she is. Yeah, she is gone now. But the thing is, these things will sometimes happen, and but I did. So the point is, I woke up and I fact checked it, and she was 100% wrong. Like, what she was saying was the opposite of the truth. And of course, when I wrote this novel, the first novel, I can't remember every detail in every novel I've written. But when I wrote the first novel, of course, I didn't just make things up. I do read, I do check things. I do, as I said, I know what I'm about. I try to be humble, you know, but it's my work. So I know what I'm about. And I'm, as that fact in the books, it's absolutely correct. You know, it's absolutely correct. So And by the way I work is that my novels are seen from one person's perspective. So I need to also not only need I need everything to be correct, but I also need it to be correct, seen from that person's view. So, for instance, I can't use a modern name for something if that name was invented um, after the time when that person lived, my main character, you know. So, but now I'm getting into details here. That's not the point here. She was wrong, I am right, and I am going to be very careful. But from now on, I'm going to have someone with me at all times who will kick those people off the stage, and because I can't have that anymore. I I can't have that anymore. Can't have it. I'm on a deadline with a new novel. I'm starting it now, and here comes the cursing, because you have asked if I could do a little bit of cursing, and I will do a bit of cursing now. And it will be interesting also to see if YouTube recognize the Norwegian cursing. So I'm going to do a little bit of cursing, and after that I will say something in English. Okay. Kravis says second belt Krav Maga. He'll happily kick people off stage for me. Yeah. And it's direct. This cursing will be directly aimed at that old hag. Du din jævla gamle drittkjerring. Kommer der og tror du vet ting. Fy faen. Dra til helvete. And I would like to add that I hope that you die very soon, and that a badger with a bad case of diarrhea comes by and defecates on your grave. Yeah. I have connections. I can make that happen. I know some badgers up in the woods here. Yeah. Oh. And now I feel like a Zen master. I support cursing. I think it's good. I think it's a good thing, and it enriches the language. So I hope you like that, and I won't translate it. Yeah. Yeah. Norwegian cursing is either very sexual, or it has to do with hell and the devil, and you know, that sort of thing. So and this was all about, you know, and excrements. Yes. Excrements. So this was a mix of the devil and hell and excrements and stuff, you know. So it was yeah, some good cursing there for you. Yeah, I am back home now. Thank you, Kevin. I am back home now, feeling much better. So I am very glad, as I said, to live here in Norway. It's I think what we're seeing in Germany is I was kind of shocked. I'll have to talk a little bit about this because I didn't feel like I was in Germany, and it's now it. This is not a racial thing. It's I think this is something that happens when you have that kind of immigration that they've had, and in in Frankfurt, there's this mistrust all over the place. That was what I felt, and um, it just spread like a virus. And I've been in big cities. I don't like big cities, but I have been in several big cities, and I must say this was kind of a shock to me, and yeah, it was, and it's a shame because I can tell obviously things like that breed racism, and when you meet, there was, like, I think I met two nice people in the like one nice taxi driver and one guy at the hotel who was very, very nice, and a woman at the hotel, very nice. All the staff at the hotel, they were nice, of course, but it was, it was hard to be there for me, and because I like to meet every person with a positive attitude. So yeah, it was. I think it's sad to see, and it's out of control now. It has been changed, and I don't think they can fix it, and I don't think there is any will to fix it among the ruling politicians there. It's a shame. It's a shame because there are good people around. There are good people around, but it's, yeah, and the shouting, the yeah. One guy said to me, I was getting off the train. Don't take trains, by the way. I was getting off the train. I couldn't. Yes, I'll tell you how I was lost constantly there. But I was getting off the train, and one guy, a German guy, he Entschuldigung or something like that, he said, and he told me my backpack was open, and people would steal at the train station, and it was like this, an opening like this at the top of my backpack. So that's very sad when you have this opening on your backpack, and he said, well, people will steal. They will grab into your backpack and steal. That's no good. So that was sad to see. Yeah. Cursing or cussing, I don't know the difference, but I think I did both. Yeah, both. And yeah, I've always thought, and excuse me, I'm going to first say something that will make people angry, and then you will understand, because, hold on, just give it a few seconds. I've always felt that people who feel that they need a gun to defend themselves, they are, a little bit paranoid maybe. But I think I've been wrong. because if you live in a place like that, you will be outnumbered. You will be, if someone wants you to be a victim, you will be a victim there. So, yeah, well, Jomsorg LP says, do you have any plans for the Wool yet? Were you at the signing in Bad Berleburg where I got wool as a gift? That was an awesome gift, by the way. Yeah, so maybe I've been a little bit wrong when it comes to the whole gun issue. I come from Norway. I live in the woods. It's very safe here. Now let's see. Yeah, okay, Jomsorg LP. The Viking guy, right? So I would like to say that there is a brotherhood, which is not a good name because there are sisters in the brotherhood as well. And in Bad Berleburg, I pronounce it not the right way, I guess, but yeah, Maria, I think I would like New Zealand, and every in both those cities outside of Frankfurt, out of the book fair, either David, the Viking, Viking people came to greet me, and I must tell you, what's your nickname here again? Yeah, I do remember your real name, Jomsorg LP. I can tell you now that I'm home, I was a lot more tired and stressed than it maybe looked like. I had been traveling a lot, and so I was very tired. And it was so good when I came there, and it was like, oh, I was so relieved to see you there, because it felt like, oh, I have some people who understand me here. Yeah, Ben, yes. And I'm still sorry I couldn't drink the mead with you because of my promise, the one I made a long time ago now, to support someone. That's why I don't drink alcohol, and all the gifts that they gave me. Yeah, and I'm very grateful. And to answer your question, any plans for the Wool? Yes, actually, I do have plans for the Wool. I will probably ask Inger-Lise in the Viking, a woman in the Living History group here, if she can she knows needle binding. I do like this. I don't know needle binding, but she knows needle binding. She was the one who made me the bee cap. Looks like, I realize I kind of look like a bee in that hat, but yeah, so I'm going to ask her to make something with the wool, and yeah, thank you again. So I would have asked you to stand guard by my side, and you could have kicked out the old hag. I think now she was a hag, a witch, she had crawled out of some some cave in those deep forests there, and taken the shape of an elderly woman. Yeah, that's. I think that was what was there. I locked the door to my hotel room that night. Well, I always do, but you know. Yeah, but anyway, it was nice to see you there and all your group. But I'm okay now. What she said, if you're new, if you didn't, if you're new to this live stream, what she said to me, I fact checked, and she was completely wrong. Of course, they always are. They always are. So I shouldn't mind, but it's like it's a thorn in my side until I check it. So, yeah. Oh, I don't think it was a black forest, but maybe Ben can tell us what that forest area is called. I'm not sure. I don't think it was the Black Forest. But it was like, to me it looked like, I wonder if she can survive in a cave. You need to carry something to ward off witches. Yes, you know, that's a good idea. I think I will look more into that. I think look more into it. You know, I think that's actually a Gaelic thing. You can sprinkle water on people, and I'm sorry, we'll have to go to work now. We shall keep in contact. Yes, let us keep in contact. Yes. It's called Rattargebirge, or something like that. Yes. It was very nice there. Very nice scenery. But it was like, for me, it was like from the fairy tale with, you know, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And if those dwarves had been coming up the street in that village with the what's it called, the pickaxe, over the shoulder like this, singing, I would not have been surprised, because it was like, oh, there must be mines in the hills here, where they are mining for gold and silver and diamonds. Yeah. So, yeah, a little bit of cursing, and yeah, true history of offense people sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, I know. And but it's like, I am intensifying my reading now, not because of that, but it's because I'm entering a topic. Yeah, pickaxe. Yeah, I'm entering a topic that I feel I do not know enough about. So obviously I have to read before I write about that topic. And I think actually I am at quite an advanced level now when it comes to knowledge of the Viking Age. And I also feel I'm just scratching the surface in a way. And I think that's what they call the imposter syndrome, that the more you study, the more you get that feeling that, oh, I don't know anything. Josef, hvordan har du det i morgen, Bjørn? How are you this morning? I am very fine. I'm okay. I'm here in my office, as you can see, and in a few minutes now I will. That's called wisdom, says Susie. Well, I hope so. Milton sends a greeting from New Zealand. In a few minutes now I will start writing the first sentence on the fourth novel in the Jomsviking series. I have started working on the novel already, but only notes and stuff like that. So I'm going into that process where there isn't a break. Like Solskin says, "Good morning from Hungary." Yeah, so I'm. It's a mental state, and I write in the morning. So I'm planning to have the following schedule. I write if I can start very early and just straight from bed into office, write. I will have no distractions. It will go well, and I think I will then do a live stream most days, and then I will do the reading. So I will do some studying every day, and then I'll do something like going out into the woods, and I'll check emails twice a day, probably. No, not twice a day, twice a week from now on. Grimute says your last live stream disconnected. I know it did at the end there. How is your family now that you're home? I think they're very relieved that I'm home. I know they are. They said so. And now I'm in the process of fixing things. My dog is not as sick as I thought she would be, because she gets, depressed when I'm away. She's very old. I talked about this before, and but she was doing better than I thought she would, and now she will eat more again. I will be feeding her. I will actually be hand feeding her now, and I will be tidying up in the house. Well, it was tidy, but now it's messy because I brought stuff back home from Germany. So many gifts. It's very nice. And I have to get all my clothes straight into the washing machine, because they say you can get bugs in the hotels now in Germany, and they will infect your house. So I don't want that. And yeah, do you have a sword? Yes, I have 4. No, 5, 6. I have 6 swords. 4 of them Viking swords. I'm planning on getting more, because I write about characters who use swords, and I like to have the swords that they have, I have a Scottish claymore. I have a Spanish. I don't know what kind of sword it is. It was given to me when I was a child. And my 4 Viking swords. 2 of them are they're actually copies. No, they are in pairs. So 1 sharp and 1 blunt, and they look exactly the same, which is probably not a good idea. But people will notice if you use the sharp sword when you're sparring. So they will tell you. Yeah. And as I said, I'm in the office now, and I will don't yeah um, scroll there. And when their arm is off, you will know. Good to hear your books are available in German. Well, it's when it comes to the Jonsviking novels, it's only the first in the series so far, but there will be more translated. And I actually have 6 other books out in German, but you have to buy them secondhand. And I think my current publisher in Germany will be talking about now doing a reprint of those. I have to give them the rights to do that first, but I will say you can do it only. Well, we'll talk about it, but what's the word? One thing you have to do is you need to have new covers, because the covers on those, I think, was one of the reasons why they didn't sell well. The horrible covers, and they have nothing to do actually with what's in the books. Teresa says, I finally caught you live. Glad you're back home. Don't think you're happy in Germany. Well, it's like I did like when I got out to the big cities and up to that village in the forest. I did like that place very much, but it was like I didn't get to see much of it, because you're taken around from place to place, and you don't get to see much, really. So yeah. So that was how that went. And I'm glad I'm back home. And I'm glad I'm in my office again. I'm glad to be starting to write now. Again. So, I hope you're all doing well. Yeah, and I will be. The program for today is now writing. Sorry. Oh, we took trains back and forth in Germany. I've never had so many people cough at me. Why did these people cough? Like they just cough, right? Cough like this, without covering the mouth. Why? What's that about? Carry some salt in a pouch to protect from the hags. Okay, yes, I will. And Ben, who joined the live stream, he gave me a pouch that he had made, a Viking replica. I can keep some salt in that, and then I can, if someone acts up, I can just throw salt at them. This was funny. Look at this. Yeah, in their face. And I say, "Go away, witch. Go away, old hag." Yeah. And I think that will be the strategy from now on. Yeah, it will be. Throw salt on the witch and see if she melts like a snail. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for the advice. I will talk with my. I I don't have any readings coming up. I have one for only bookstore people on Friday here in Norway, but that's, you know, they are civilized people, so that uh, um, yeah. Who is this hag? Well, an old woman who came and acted very strange at the book signing, and she accused me of things. I think she was a bit disturbed. Yeah. Now, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll have some. I will be prepared for the witches now. Maybe, you know, they have this witch um, community, and they gather and they decide to pester people, like, oh, that guy in Norway, uh, you know, we will make his life difficult now, and we will, and they all agree on doing that. Maybe, but okay. Um, no, I don't think that was a feminist. I think it was actually an old hag. Yeah. Yeah. So I have to end this live stream now. I'm very sorry that I have to end it now, but I want to start writing. And as I said, I will probably, the schedule from now on will be I write early in the morning for maybe 3 hours, and let's see. Jack says, I left a few comments on this chat, and both times I used the word hag, I got a community guidelines box. Anyone else get that? I'm sorry to hear that. It's not like I'm doing it. But okay. So first writing. This will be my daily schedule now. First writing, then a live stream probably. Then I think I'm changing things a little bit up now, but no, I didn't get a meal, but she was at work when I got back home. Well, well, thank you. That's very nice of you to say that. Then I will either be working out, lifting weights, or going up into the woods. No, I'm forgetting. After the live stream, I will do some reading and studying. I'll have to do that every day. So that means that I will check the emails. I can't do that every day. It takes too much time. I'll do it twice a week. So people will just have to wait. That's the way it is. Okay. Thanks to all of you for joining this live stream. And I hope you enjoyed a little bit of cursing. And yeah, Norwegian cursing. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. And oh yes, I will be, what's the word, ramping up the speed on, I hope to do, on the main channel. So I might do more videos than once. Some weeks there will be probably 2 videos on the main channel. And because it's stalled now, YouTube, oh, you're so, YouTube, you're so, yeah, you're something, quite something. yeah. But I want the main channel to grow, and I have plans for how to do that. And yeah, so probably, yeah, check out the videos. I will be out filming today, actually, for the main channel. So yeah, okay. Oh, thank you, thank you. Okay, have a nice day or evening, and take care. And I'll see you all tomorrow.